The seasons change, and Mother Nature's children must adapt or freeze. Not all of our house pets flourish in the landscape of frozen wonder, but those who do are primed to brave the chill.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
What happens to these distinguished snow beasts when winter visits our domestic world?
Come here, Neff.
The temperature lowers, and the air freezes over. Through the doggy door, a glacial breeze disturbs the ear fuzz of the domestic pet. The yard is coated in a layer of what can only be understood as crisp, white, paw-cooling magic. From the warm cocoon of the doorway emerges curious beings, preparing to test this new ground. Into the fresh blanket of snow, this curious critter rolls thoroughly to touch every square inch of its body to this fascinating substance. Does such a trounce clean the coat? Or is this just a rip-snorting, flurry-flouncing good time? Experts can only speculate why, for example, within the husky pack, Moon does what he does. Gazing into the white expanse that was once a trim green lawn, this new world blinds the less knowledgeable animals. Mere months ago, the landscape was in deep contrast to this now alien world. A period of acclimation and adjustment is necessary to reach the athleticism of their snow-bounding peers. For most, the crisp flurries are a tasty delight. For others, brain freeze. Many dogs spend the entirety of the warmer months laying in wait, for their habitual zenith is, in fact, the snow. The Samoyed is actually a label for the Snowballus fuzzis, a breed that has evolved the expert trait of camouflage post-snowstorm. These fluferinos will spend hours digging through the barren ice to uncover that pine cone from the fall. The first discovery of snow is a treasured memory for pet parents and their fuzzy explorers. Not many climates are apt for such play, but when there are layers of snow to nose and wade through, everyone acts like a child reprieved from class. Into the cold they go to burrow and surprise. Where will they pop up next? What corner of the Arctic wonderland will make for the trickiest hiding place? It may take careful testing of these extreme elements to become so snow-savvy. Blizzarding weather is but a rare occurrence and remains a perplexity to our pet children. When confronted with a wall of white at the precipice of the home, they would rather just not. But for those pets raised in conditions akin to the inclement tundra, there is little choice but to find revelry on the ice.
Where's Ziggy? Ziggy!
Oh my God, snowball.
There are doers,
What do you think?
and there are observers. 4 legs does not automatically make an adventurer. No. In fact, several of the cuddliest, plushest, most indoor-friendly species include our quadrupedal pet children. Cozy up and warm that tail by the fireside. These are the stay-at-home snow days of our domestic world.
What are you doing?
The most regal of pets cannot be expected to expose themselves to the elements. Why be born into a life of pet familiarity if one is expected to ever trudge through a wet, icy slip and slide? Only the animals who have separated themselves from the pack as true monarchs of the household are genuinely at ease. These pets demand to be fretted over, groomed, and wholesomely burritoed. On a stormy day, snacks are not just welcome, but very much expected. Animals are burning through more of their calories to keep warm, so go ahead and pass them another small piece of salami as a treat. These times can be difficult for the more rambunctious personalities amongst the animal inhabitants. Expressions of frustration become apparent after the cabin fever starts to set in. When held in tight, conformed spaces, patience can wear thin. Constant stimulation is the only force keeping these little monsters from roughing up the toilet paper. The most blustery weather is also the perfect reason for guilt-free relaxation. When the yard is buried in snow, it's the perfect excuse to stay in and do all the things we actually enjoy doing. Without these days forced away from the world, how else would any Labrador become as balanced as a ballerina on point? Or how would any small kitten unlock its artistic potential? Ultimately, these Lowry days create ideal bonding time. Nowhere else to be, gazing into their furless parents' eyes, nesting in the couch is actually the dream scenario for the animals who could always use more attention. And, let's be honest, extra lovin's are always appreciated in our domestic world. High elevation, low visibility, harsh winds. The brisk air swooshes past floppy ears and whips through fur coats. When you're hurling down a deep slope, do you want another clumsy human beside you? Or 4 sturdy paws? Come skiing with us on our domestic world. As winter still grips the terrain, there are only a few windows during the year to climb the mountain and hit the slopes. The journey up to higher ground is one full of promise. Watch as the backpackus catechus fits like hand to a glove, guarding the rear of its owner. Once the peak is reached, preparation for the playful ride back down is necessary. Here is where the rarest members belonging to the genus of Extremis canis shreddus can truly exhibit their full range of skills. Tear it up, bro. Slam that half pipe down the back end and grind it, dude. At these heights, humans may fraternize with their pets' close relatives. One never knows what to expect in frozen country. Behind any snow mountain could potentially be a loose moose. This is the wild world. The lynx investigates mountaineers with the curiosity of the common tabby. Here is where we learn that the tenuous strands that separate untamed beasties from our domiciliary darlings are few indeed. What is a wandering bear cub but a small pup scrounging for a treat? What is a snow leopard but an oversized kitty buried in the snow? For amongst these crags and ridges, anything could happen. And if a sly furball steals your camera, you'll always have the memories. Yes, visiting the high range may be a risky proclivity, but never one without the sweetest of rewards. Adrenaline coursing through the veins and whiskers quivering in the wind. Here, all creatures can feel as if they possess winged flight. In nature's more severe conditions, pet-human relationships are made or broken. Surviving and thriving in such a climate will create a bond stronger than one any avalanche can shake loose. Winter is not everyone's favorite season, but it is an opportunity for adventure. For new friends, for excitement and tomfoolery and fluffy white pillows of crystallized frozen water. When you have your best fur friend along for the ride, one never feels the frost bite on our domestic world.